Good afternoon. I'm Chef Andy Caniglio, corporate chef here at Welbilt. And today I would like to talk to you about the fast-growing category of ventless cooking. Most of you know how restrictive a kitchen design can become relative to the cooking line and its traditional dependence on a hood system to extract the grease and moisture-laden air, in addition to the CO2 being produced by gas-driven appliances. With ventless cooking platforms, your operations are no longer tethered to the hood system, and thus you can move your cook line into non-traditional spaces, which in turn opens up additional revenue opportunities and engagement sites with your customer's base. As you can see, there are a number of food service segments that are currently utilizing ventless cooking technology today. In looking at this category, one of the initial thoughts from most customers is that they will have to pare down their menu offering and/or offer only simple food items due to limited selection of ventless cooking options. So today, I'll explain that that is not the case, and that you can offer a higher-end menu and dining experience utilizing ventless appliances. There are several cooking platforms that you can choose from, so a conversation with your rep or food service consultant will help you dial in what appliance best fits your menu and end site location. From a Welbilt perspective, we're going to look at 4 primary cooking technologies, and they are conveyorized ovens, speed ovens, induction, and combi cooking. Also, to enhance speed of service, we'll discuss hot holding. You can see all the food that we've prepared here and the times, and we'll go into that a little bit later. But first, let's talk about the equipment. So as you can see here, we got a small footprint with a large throughput. We got a 12-foot by 9-foot space. Almost everything here is plug and play that offers you ease of modularity in things like ghost kitchens and food trucks. We're also going to talk about using equipment together to increase productivity and speed. And with our Kitchen Connect, you could have a connected kitchen in our Merrychef, Convotherm, and Merco lines. Everything on this line is certified ventless, so no hood needed. Let's talk about the equipment. We have our Lincoln line over here. We got our CTI and 1100. So Lincoln uses advanced air impingement technology. They also have reversible belts. Continuous cooking for uniformity, and no chefing of the items like a deck oven, so no chefing around here. Our 1100 series is stackable up to 3 high with no hood needed. And our CTI, stackable 2 high, no hood needed. Adjustable temperatures between 250 and 575 degrees. Next. Next is our Merrychef E2S. So the Merrychef E2S is the quietest, fastest, and most energy-efficient speed oven in its class. It uses 3 technologies: convection, impingement, and microwave assist. And in the E2S, there's 2,000 watt of microwave power. This is going to help you cook up to 20 times faster than conventional cooking. We have a 14-inch footprint with a 12-inch cavity. As you can see, there's no spacing needed between units on the E2S. Merrychefs come with front-mounted air filter for easy access and easy cleaning. Our Merrychef is icon-driven, and when you're creating recipes, you can have up to 6 stages per recipe, and it holds 1,024 recipes. Next, our Merco Max. So Merco holding is really known for QSRs. I think it's a very underutilized piece of equipment in any restaurant. It could be used for peak periods to help with speed of service while maintaining good food quality. The Merco Max has airflow technology to keep crispy foods crispy, like our chicken tenders, And we also have tray seals to keep moist food juicy, like our pulled pork. And Merco has actual climate control. This measures the temperature of the cabinet, while others use a timer algorithm. As you can see here, we have a touch screen as well, and a visible countdown of the product, so you know when to discard it. Next, we're going to talk about our Garland Induction Instinct line. Depending on what items you're cooking, it can be ventless, and it has a flexibility of a small footprint. Using induction reduces HVAC. Green heat runs up to 95% efficiency and cooks 3 to 5 times faster than gas, believe it or not. We have a full line of Garland induction units, including the single hob, double hob, woks, griddles, and built-in units. Next, we're going to talk about our Convotherm Mini. Convotherm uses 3 types of technology: hot air, steam, or a combination of both. And when you're using both steam and hot air together, it actually cooks up to 30% faster than conventional cooking. When we talk about steam, we can control the steam. We have low temp steam, so you could do items like shrimp, spinach, or even proofing and sous vide cooking. We also do bagged retherm, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So you can do your bulk cooking in here, or you can have it come from a commissary and do your retherm in here. We can also do fried-like items in the Convotherm using our crisp and tasty method. We're going to do some chicken tenders today. It also has a core temperature probe to cook to an internal temperature if you're cooking any roasts. It too is icon-driven, touchscreen. We have tray timers. And the best thing at the end of the night is hands-free cleaning. Chemicals are on board, no need to touch the chemicals. All right, now let's talk about the food. Let's start with our baked pasta here. We actually cook this in combi mode. We're using hot air and steam to cook up to 30% faster. As you can see, we got a nice cheese melt, a little bit of browning in combi mode. And this took 5 minutes to cook in our Convotherm Mini. Next, we'll go to our lobster tail here. We cooked this in our Lincoln 1100 for 4 minutes and 30 seconds. As you can see, we got really nice color and the nice blistering on the tomatoes. So this is using that impingement to create that nice color and cook evenly. Next, we'll talk about lamb chops in the Merrychef. So think outside of the box. Think about full production and entrees. We did these from raw. These are lamb chops that are rubbed with a little bit of Dijon mustard and breadcrumbs and the roasted potatoes and vegetables in 1 minute and 25 seconds in the Merrychef. Next, we'll go to our chicken tenders here. When we talk about crisp and tasty mode, what this does in the Convotherm is create a dry environment in that cavity, taking all the moisture out of there, even from the upsteam. It's going to create a crispy product. We cook these chicken tenders in 5 minutes. You could also do items like tater tots, French fries, anything fried like that. Next, we have our flatbread that we cooked in our CTI Lincoln. We cooked this for 3 minutes. And as I talked about before, no chefing around here. You don't have to move it around your oven. There's no hot spots and cold spots. Consistent cooking with the Lincoln. And now let's talk about using technologies together. We could do a cold toasted sandwiches with cold meat in about 45 to 50 seconds. We did it in 25 seconds using hot pulled pork that we had in our Merco, creating the sandwich and cutting that cook time down to 25 seconds. So really want to think about using technologies together, creating that speed of service, making those guests happy, and getting your throughput. Last, we'll talk about bagged retherm. So you think about the small footprint, you can use the Convotherm 2 ways. One for bulk cooking, or if you have an off-site commissary, you could have things like soup, taco meat, chili, all in your bag and retherm it in the Convotherm. It takes about 15 minutes for a bag this size to retherm. We could also talk about things like sous vide cooking. Again, you don't need that space to take up that precious counter space. You could do your sous vide cooking in here. All right, so in conclusion, quick thing I want to hit on is the flexibility of our platforms here. Pretty much everything you see here can be cooked in multiple platforms. The flatbread was cooked in the Lincoln, could also be cooked in the Merrychef or the Convotherm. Same with the baked pasta. The pulled pork sandwich goes great through the Lincoln, lobster tail, Merrychef, Convotherm, all these things. We want to talk about flexibility and what Welbilt offers. So thanks again for joining me in our talk about ventless cooking. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your local rep or visit www.welbilt.com. Thank you.